Afternoon, World Wide Web. Happy Saturday. It's James, your favorite ticker picker. Update video here. I wanted to tell everyone about QVC. Yeah, that's right. The people that sit on your free television channels and sell you stuff. Um, and it's usually very, very expensive. And they'll do it in 5 pays, and they get really excited as they talk. What's going on with QVC? Well, about a year ago, this thing hit Skid Row. Actually, about it was a 15. It was even higher than that. Let's look at the 5-year chart. It basically fell off a cliff in early 2022. It went from $25. Whoa, we're falling. I can't get up. It went down to six and change is the low for just a minute, mostly 8. And now it's back to 1088. Hello. So what happened? Well, in this time period, it looks like they lost 10% of their company's revenue. 10% of their company's revenue is missing. It's gone now. Maybe they lost a product that they sell on the channel that did really well, or they accidentally switched to a mix of different products, or they sold less of them because less people are tuning in. Listen to these numbers. 350 million households in 7 countries, including UK, Germany, Japan, and Italy, along with joint venture in China with Chinese national radio. Nice to know they're in bed with the communists. That's always comforting. They are an American free-to-air TV network and a flagship shopping channel specializing in televised home shopping, owned by Curate Retail Group, founded in 1985 by Joseph Siegel in Westchester, Pennsylvania. So that is the legacy of QVC. And the girl from Shark Tank, she's one of the executives of this company. She's always like, I could put that on my channel. I guess she hasn't put anything on her channel lately. I'd like to hear her thoughts on this. Sadly, you cannot buy options on QVC. I really would like to, but you can't. A company that takes a 10% revenue beating and then that gets followed up by a 50% stock beating, that just looks like an opportunity to me. This company is 50 years old. There are that many households. People are going back and using their Air TVs. They're all digital now. It's a perfect picture. You can get like 90 more channels, and a lot of people do know how to operate it. My mom's 80, and she knows how to operate it. I know how to operate it. You know how to find the game that's on ABC or whatever still. Your local networks have forced you to know how to do this, so you know how to find QVC. It's on one of those channels. And yeah, a $25 stock turns into a $10 stock. Whoa. Big cliff here. So how are they doing numbers wise? Quarterly, they just put up a good quarter, $122 million in profit. The Christmas quarter was a measly $47 million. Before that was a big loss. It looks like a one-off. And we got a $270 million profit for June, not too shabby, and a $42 million for March. They were destroyed because of this loss and because of reduced earnings growth in 2022. They went to $9.9 billion as a company, down from 11.35. So maybe this was a 12% or 11% reduction in revenue and a loss. And the loss seems to be a fixed one-time loss. And quarterly, their track is still $9 billion if you look at the lowest number here. But if you factor in Christmas, you just add another billion. So they're still, tracking around 10 billion right now. So they haven't lost more since they lost revenue all at once. It's like happened. Hello. It wasn't a slow decline. It wasn't a bleeding. It wasn't a decay. And that tells me that it might not be systemic. It might not be continuing. I love that word, systemic. They use it so much now on the news. A great company, a lot of revenue, high margins, good balance sheet. This doesn't tell you, but they have 430 million outstanding shares. The company is very poised currently, even at this anemic year that they just had. They could still be a $500 million a year company. This thing can still be $1 a share. There's no reason why it shouldn't be in the future. It's still out there. It's still selling. People are still buying. They haven't even finished their 5-pays yet. QVC isn't going anywhere, folks. It hasn't gone anywhere ever. They lost 10% of themselves almost all in one day. And the stock has just been getting tortured ever since. I would get a little bit of it and then maybe get more if it falls. And I got a feeling you're going to find yourself back in the 20s, back in the 15s, back in the 18s. This thing is going to correct itself. It's $1 earnings per share. It might take them 4 quarters in a row to bear that out. We've got 2 quarters in a row here. We've got 47 million plus 122, so they've got 170 of it in the bag. And then they're going to add the next 2 quarters on, and then it's going to start showing a positive earnings per share for this company again. And hopefully that'll be the end story. Everyone will go, yeah, they're still doing $1 earnings per share. And it's going to get right off that $10 mark real quick. This is a low volume stock. Some of y'all don't like that. Some of y'all really do like that. Sometimes they tend to move a little bit faster. 50,000 shares a day on average. It's not popping. It can be quite boring. It's not as boring as some of them. But there's 5 days. Well, it doesn't look that boring. 1040 to 1070, all the way down to 1035. Look at that, just a few days ago. 1079. Hello, 1091. Oh, hi. 1030. Guess what? 1074. 1092. I like this one. This is one where you set your limit order on a buy order for 1030. And it just, if it fires off at 1030, you just see the resistance it feels right at that moment. Those are fun, but don't do much. And yeah, they're going to be around a long time. They're inevitably going to get back to 15 or 20. It is a good company to own. They have a long history of doing this. They know what they're doing. They did have a polar shift, and it seemed to be a one-time shift in their revenue. And it doesn't seem to, well, it's still, 11% lower than it was. It didn't go to 15% lower. It didn't go to 20% lower. It's been over a year and a half now. So it has, the collapse hasn't continued to fester. So we can assume it was a one-time collapse. I don't think the company is over. But yeah, in a 5-day period, you could have gotten this for 1030 twice. Not too shabby. So maybe put in a buy limit for a few shares at 1030, and then grab yourself a few shares. Why not? The sucker here, no reason why it shouldn't hit 20 for you. I really wish they had options. I would do some long-term options. If I could take it to 22 or 21 or something, or 15, or they just don't. The parent company does, but apparently they left this stock on the board for this company to run at. But QVC, everybody, yeah, healthy balance sheet, right side up. Cash is $421 million. They've got plenty of it, and the ability to get more, obviously. QVC 1088. This is I'm going to give this a buy rating at $10.30. But go in light and get ready to, just in case shit hits the fan. Well, I don't know. The Dow's been up all week too. Let's look at, as the Dow goes down, you could have gotten it for, yeah, see, 995. Going to be ready for these days too. And because they just had two good quarters in a row, I don't think you're going to catch 7 and 8 again. But be ready. You never know. If the Dow loses 1,000 points, you might just find yourself there again. These things like to move with the Dow also. So keep that in mind. What part of the Dow or point of the Dow you're buying in? Are you at a high point or are you at a low point? If you're at a high point, you might just want to shave a couple of bucks off of your wish list, or you wait till a low point, or you go in slow, and then you plan to dive in big if things get to the low point. If you're investing in something, always pay attention on where the Dow at. That's one of the classic mistakes. People are like, I don't know why it's going down. I'm like, because the Dow went down 500 points. That's why. QVC, everybody. I really like this opportunity. I like where it's at. I like how beat up the stock is. Anything that's beat up 50% and only had a 10% problem, it looks like it's over with. Yeah, I'm down. Get your QVC. Have a wonderful day. Please like the video and subscribe. I'm going to do more update videos as I own some QVC stock as of Monday morning. I'm going to go get some. $10.30. You just watch me. I'll let you know when it happens. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. We'll catch you on the next video. Like the video and subscribe to my channel.